Okay, let's come to a nice comfortable seat. And before we sit quietly today, let's actually just do some simple forward folds and then coming back up. So if you do have blocks handy, you might want to go ahead and grab those right now. Not necessary. They can go by the sides of your feet. Scoot forward in your chair a little bit. Feel those sit bones pressing down into the mat. Release your arms by your sides. There's a little bit of external rotation at that shoulder head. Good. And then, actually I want to do this a little different. We're going to take our hands to our thighs and we're going to use those. So instead we're just going to start to exhale, round in. You might let your hands slide down your legs. You could also use the blocks here. And then inhale, slowly roll up. So let's just do that really simple starting out a couple of times. Exhaling, folding in, and then inhaling, coming up. Let's do 3 more like that, and then we'll make them a little bigger. Listening to that sound of your breath. So you've sealed your lips, you're inhaling through your nose. And you're exhaling through your nose. So after that third one, come back to that nice tall seat. From here, go ahead and release your arms down by your sides. Find those sit bones again. So rooting down there. As that happens, you start to lengthen through the sides of your waist. And then we're going to inhale, reach out and up. And then your choice here, you can exhale, kind of swan dive in, or you can use your hands again to help you roll on down. Inhale, you can take the arms out wide or roll up. Reach all the way up. And we're just going to exhale, fold right back in. Really let that chin go towards your chest as you fold in. Inhale, take up space as you rise up. Let's do 2 more of these. And then you can go ahead and just release your hands down to your thighs. Good. Chin is parallel to the floor, and then maybe tuck it just a little bit so you're lengthening the back of your neck. Allow your eyelids to close. And then drop into this place of stillness. Listen to that sound of your breath as you inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. Bringing your attention to that sound of your breath, and just notice if it's easy for you to drop into a place of stillness today. Maybe it's a little more challenging. There's a lot going on. It can be kind of take a lot of effort sometimes to quiet the chatter. And if that's where you're at, that's okay. You're just doing the best you can. You're giving yourself permission not to worry about all of this stuff right now. It's going to be there in an hour. Instead, you're giving yourself permission to get grounded, to get inside your body, to pay attention to your breath. And giving yourself permission to let go of that to-do list, to let go of any worries that might be plaguing you at the moment. Couple more moments, just sitting quietly. You might notice that the quality of your breath is beginning to change here. The inhale is deepening a little bit. The exhale is more full and complete. Do a little check-in with your shoulders here. Notice if they're starting to creep up around your ears. If that's you, allow them to soften down. And just feeling a little lift of your sternum. There's a little sense of cobra pose as we sit here in this mountain pose. Good. Go ahead and blink your eyes open, lift your chin, and then we're going to actually drop it again, but this time we're going to drop it a little deeper. And it might not be a lot deeper. So we're trying to release the back of the neck. We're finding length there, stretching into those muscles. And they can be extra tight. Carry a lot of tension in our neck and shoulders. And when life feels extra stressful, it's like all of the tension goes there. And can you visualize your breath reaching those places that are really tight, creating a little space, sweeping out any cobwebs? Can you be patient as you're sitting here like this? So you do a little less if you need to, you back out of the pose if you need to, and just trust that as we sit here for a few moments and breathe, you're gonna find a little more leeway. Good. From here, let's inhale, lift the chin. Keep those shoulders releasing down. Exhale. Ooh, drop that right ear towards your right shoulder. Keep both shoulders releasing down. And you're feeling the sensation go into that left side of your neck, those scalene muscles. And just making a mental note of how this side feels, what's going on. And you're breathing. So we're always just coming back to that sound of our breath from time to time. It really is the piece that threads everything together in our yoga practice. If you're getting enough stretch here like this, stay like this. If you'd like to tuck the chin a little bit as well, you're welcome to do so. And you just might notice that that shifts where you're getting sensation. And again, you might tap into that visualization of the breath going to the spots that are a little tender, a little tight. The breath is creating some space, some ease. If you tucked your chin, go ahead and lift it here. Take an exhale. And then inhale, back up to center. And then exhale, let's drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. Shoulder blades releasing down your back towards your sit bones. So keeping those shoulders out of your ears. And your attention starts to shift to this right side. How is it feeling in your body? Is it about the same as the other side? Is it a little more challenging, a little easier? Just noticing. And again, doing less if you need to. And then staying here, if this feels like plenty in your body, if you want to play with tucking the chin a little bit here, you're welcome to do so. And then you just observe how the sensation shifts. And you send your breath to those places that need a little extra attention. And you also just really find that idea of listening to the breath again. Good. Inhale, lift the chin. You took that variation, take an exhale. And then inhale, lift the head. And then again, back down the center here. Chin drops towards chest. Maybe it's feeling a little different this second time around. Good. On your next inhale, go ahead and lift the chin, and then let's give the shoulders a little roll out. Good. And then we're going to do a little more like targeted shoulder work. So find your Tadasana, your mountain pose. So this classic pose where we're sitting nice and tall. You're releasing your arms by your sides. There's this openness across the heart and chest, a little external rotation of the arms. You can feel your shoulder blades squeezing in towards each other on the back of the body. Front of the body, you're feeling this open across the collarbones, the heart. So can you hold on to all of those things, but then inhale, shrug the shoulders up towards your ears. And exhale, just release down. Inhale, keep those shoulder blades squeezing. Exhale, a few more of these. And this is like a really good one to do if you get that like pain between your scapula. It usually happens on one side. Good. So just taking a few breaths here. Feeling those shoulder blades releasing down towards your sit bones. And then we're going to target that area with another little stretch here. So this is kind of like a targeted cat-cow pose. So I'm going to actually have you reach your arms forward, interlace your fingers. And then, so our cat-cow, we're kind of moving our whole spine. I want you to think of this more in the thoracic. So going to round forward as you exhale. And then inhale, plug those shoulders into the shoulder socket. Inhale. So again, there's a little movement in the entire spine, but it's more directed to the thoracic. Let's do a few more. And you might just change the cross of your fingers. Good, you can release the arms down. And then a few times here, let's inhale, take the arms out and up. And then press the air away, exhale, release down. And this time reach forward and up as you inhale. You can see how tall you can get here as you exhale, reach forward and down. Good, inhale out and up. Exhale out and down, really nice. Inhale forward and up. Exhale forward and down. Let's do one more complete cycle like that. You might be feeling the shoulders warm up a little bit here. And take a couple of breaths. And then let's bring our hands to our thighs, start to make some little circles. And just notice where you get sensation here. I'm feeling this in my lower back today. Might be true for you. You might be feeling it in other spots. As you know, these circles can be big, they can be small. You might get the shoulders and neck super involved. You might not. And then let's begin to switch directions. Nice work. You can start to make these circles a little smaller. And then you find your nice tall seat. So both sit bones pressing. Back in our Tadasana, our mountain pose, just notice how this is feeling now that we're a little warmer. Maybe it feels like you're sitting a little taller with a greater sense of ease. And then from here, we're going to come into our full cat-cow. So we're going to get more spinal flexion and extension. So inhale, you can really rock forward. Feel this in your lumbar. And then as you exhale, you go in the opposite direction, stretching into the thoracic, rolling to the backs of the sit bones. Making this movement as big or as small as feels good in your body. And really connecting the movement with your breath. If you're feeling a little sluggish here, you could always speed the breath up a little bit. If you're feeling anxious, it helps to slow the breath down. Few more rounds. All right, so making your way back to a nice tall seat. Make any little adjustments that you need to. Just peek down, make sure that your knees are over your ankles. Let's release the arms by our sides. Inhale, take the arms out wide. Feel those shoulder blades squeeze in towards each other and really firm muscle to bone. So just imagine that you're holding weights here. As you exhale, little twist to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Stay here this time. Really reach out through your fingertips as you inhale. And then exhale, release your hands down. So just grabbing a piece of chair behind you. Left hand can be on left thigh or right thigh. And just finding leverage here to help you press the shoulder heads back. Left waist is wrapping towards the right. And just gazing at whatever is in front of you. You're keeping that gaze soft and easy. Deep inhale. Exhale, unwind, come to center. Inhale, arms reach out wide, firming muscle to bone. So arms really active. Exhale, twist left. Inhale to center. Exhale, we twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist left. And then stay here, really stretch out, spread your wings. And then release the hands down. Again, that right hand could be on right thigh or left thigh. Both shoulder heads are gently pressing back as your sternum lifts up towards the ceiling. And breath is smooth and steady. And wrapping those right ribs to the left, giving everything a little squeeze out. Good deep inhale. Exhale, unwind, come to center. So we're going to do a little more twisting, but we're going to get into the hips first, and then we'll add some twisting onto that. So a couple of options here. Option one, of course, you can always just stay exactly like this with your legs. If it is available to you, you can take your right ankle above your left knee. So we're getting this external rotation. You can take your right hand into your right thigh. Press down a little bit. You might not need to do that depending upon how tight the hips are. So you should be feeling this outer hip, glute area. You might get a little stretch on the inseam of the leg. Second variation that you might play with here is to just find that external rotation with the foot on the floor. And you open up as wide as feels good in your body. And if it feels like you need a little more, you can use the strength of your arm to help you press that right knee back behind you. And then again, just kind of see what's in front of you. Keep that gaze soft and gentle. And we just take several rounds of breath here, just finding this initial stretch into the hips. Much as the shoulders are tight in the upper body and our lower body, the hips can get really tight. So you back off of the stretch a little bit if you need to. And visualize your breath going to the places that are feeling a little tender. And then you're going to keep your legs in the position they are. Release your arms down by your sides if they're not already. Inhale, take the arms out wide. Shoulder blades are squeezing in towards each other. Exhale, little twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, we twist to the left. Good, inhale back to center. And then exhale, twisting to the right. Inhale, stretch out here. And then exhale again, just release the hands down. So depending upon the variation that you're doing, your left hand might land in a variety of places. So if you're doing these warrior two legs on the floor like I am, probably going to have your left hand to the inside of your left hand. Few of us might be able to take that hand all the way over, but if it feels like too much, left hand to left thigh is great. You're pressing shoulder heads back, feeling that lift of your sternum. If you're in the seated pigeon pose, left hand could be anywhere on this shin. Maybe it reaches across a little easier. With each inhale, can you find more length and space through the sides of your waist? With each exhale, with that emptying out, can you twist in a little deeper, wrapping those left ribs to the right? All right, so from here, let's take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, keep that left arm crossed in front, but wrap that right arm up and over. So we're giving ourselves a little hug here and kind of hold the shoulder blades and then start to lift the elbows up. And you might feel a little stretch on the top of the arm, the shoulder area. You're welcome to bring the backs of your hands together or the palms to press if you like that variation and it's accessible in your body. Couple more breaths. Any of these arm variations, you're essentially doing the same thing, so they're all good. And then let's go ahead and reach the arms up here. And then we're going to exhale, start to hinge forward. Hands could come to your shin, or maybe you fold in a little deeper. You could use a table in front of you, a wall in front of you. You have those blocks handy. Those can be really nice. Can you let your chin drop towards your chest? And as we fold in here, this starts to feel a little extra intense on that outer hip. Send your breath there. Good. And then as you inhale, you can start to bring your gaze forward. So it's like this Ardha Uttanasana, this hip stretch. And then you can take one hand back, then the other. And then just gently press into your legs to come up to a nice comfortable seat. Beautiful work. We will move into the second side, which might look different in the legs. Again, you could just stay here, classic mountain pose. That works for all of these. If you want to open up the hip, any amount, you just kind of go to that place where you're feeling a stretch. That's where you need to be. Eventually, you might take your left hand into that thigh, gently press back. So just giving yourself a little extra. Or perhaps crossing left ankle above right knee. Just that in and of itself can feel like plenty. If that's you, you just stay like that. If you feel like you need a little more, you can apply a little pressure with that left hand, helping to release that right knee down, or left knee rather, down towards the floor. And then you just keep breathing here. You send that exhale to that outer left hip and glute, to any of the places that are really tight and tender in your body. And you try to keep the breath smooth and steady. And you try to bring your attention to the breath, especially if this hip stretch is challenging for you and your body. And you can release your arms down by your sides. Inhale, take the arms out wide. Exhale, twist left. Good, inhale back to center. Exhale, we twist to the right. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, you twist to the left. Find that giant wingspan. And then again, just release your hands down. A lot of different places that they can be. If you're doing those warrior two legs, that right hand is probably going to be to the inside of your right thigh. Gaze soft and gentle. You're just really seeing what's in front of you. Pressing your shoulder heads back. You're feeling your shoulder blades squeeze in towards each other and release towards the sit bones. You're keeping your breath smooth and steady. Sending your breath to the places that need a little extra attention. All right, so we're going to take a nice deep inhale here. And we're going to exhale. We're going to start to unwind. We're going to take that left elbow on top. So you're giving yourself a little hug, grabbing those shoulder blades, keeping the shoulder blades squeezing in and releasing down as your elbows start to lift. And you might just stay here with this variation. Maybe you bring the backs of your hands together or the palms to press. Maybe you can lift the elbows a little more there. Good, and then you can inhale, take the arms out wide. And then we're gonna go ahead and start to hinge forward, fold in. So hands could rest on your shin, a wall in front of you, a table. Blocks can be really great here. Can you let your chin release towards your chest ever so gently? That breath is smooth and steady. Bring your attention back to your breath. And then inhale, find a little length through the sides of your waist. You can bring your hands to your thighs, and then gently press up. Beautiful work. All right, just unwind all of that. Find your Tadasana, your mountain pose. And let's just close our eyes here. Do a little check-in. How are you feeling differently than you did at the beginning of class? Hopefully it feels like there's a greater sense of ease in your body. Maybe it feels like you're sitting a little taller. All right, you're gonna blink your eyes open from here. Okay, a little more twisting and forward folding, but we're gonna do this with neutral hips this time, so not getting into the hips. So you can stay here like this. If you wanted to extend your left leg to straight, you're welcome to do so. So first, let's just release our arms down by our sides. And then inhale, take the arms out and up. So just our nice crescent pose. You might be lifting your sternum out towards the ceiling, bringing your gaze up. You might even bring your palms to press together. Take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, take the arms out wide. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, twist right. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale to center. And then exhale, twist to the right. Really stretch out through your fingertips. And then release the hands down. It's a little twisted crescent pose. You might find that you get sensation a little differently, especially if you have that left leg extended to straight. Can you wrap those left ribs to the right a little more? And then if you wanted to, start to hinge forward at your waist. Maybe you bend that left elbow and it rests somewhere on that right thigh. Maybe you press your right palm into your left palm. And then you can press your left palm into your right palm. So they're pressing in towards each other and then out against each other. Still spinning those left ribs to the right. Shoulder blades still, squeezing in towards each other. Sternum is lifting. Breath is smooth and steady. So nice, deep, twisted crescent pose. These look fantastic. One more deep inhale. And then exhale, make your way out of whatever version of twist you're in. And then again, we fold in here. So hands could just rest somewhere on your legs. They could rest on a chair, table in front of you. They could be on your block. Some of us might even be able to get fingertips to the floor. And so this time as we come into this forward fold, particularly if your left leg is extended, we're going to be getting a little more hamstring stretch. And then let's keep a little, just our spine rounded, chin towards chest. You could use your hands on your legs to help you roll on up. You're stacking your vertebrae on top of each other from the bottom, the base of the spine, all the way up. You might get a little head rush as you come to your nice tall seat here. If your left leg is extended, go ahead and bend that knee. And we can take our second side, which again might look different than the first side. That is always a Okay. All right, arms release by your sides. Inhale, take the arms out and up. Classic, simple crescent pose. So it's a neutral pose, both hip bones are facing forward. We're lengthening evenly through the sides of the waist. You might be bringing your gaze up, you might be pressing your palms together. Nice, full deep inhale. Exhale, take the arms out wide. Take a deep inhale here, and then exhale, twist left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist left. Really find that giant wingspan. And then you can release your hands down. Shoulder heads press back. Just getting a little leverage here on the chairs to help you wrap your right ribs to the left. You're certainly welcome to stay here like this. If you wanted to start to hinge forward, bend at that right elbow. So hooking that elbow to your left thigh or even right thigh, and then maybe take your left palm into your right palm. Vigorously press the palms in towards each other and then away from each other. Right ribs wrapping towards the left. Notice how this twist feels when we've got a little forward fold in the mix as well. So you might be feeling a little stretch in that lower right waist. And then from here, you can start to unwind and take your little forward fold. So hands can be resting on thighs, a table, a wall in front of you, blocks. Returning to that sound, that rhythm of your breath. And then nice and easy, you just walk your hands in a little bit and then just roll on up, stacking those vertebrae on top of each other. Beautiful. If your right leg is extended, go ahead and bend it. So coming back to your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Before we move into some breath work today, let's just kind of clear everything out with just a few rounds of our Surya Namaskara. So blocks are really nice here. Find your nice tall mountain pose, Tadasana. As you inhale, arms can reach out and up or forward and up. And then as you exhale, they can reach forward and down, out and down. They can come to your thighs to help you roll on down. Inhale, you find that extension through the sides of your waist. Exhale back into the flexion, chin towards chest. And then inhale, take up space. Feel really tall as you come all the way into your extended mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. We have 3 more of these. You're just going to move with your own breath. If you don't feel like doing these days, you could return to your cat-cow. You could simply sit quietly. Just enjoying this rhythm, this connection of movement with the breath. Beautiful work. When you're done with your third round, you're just pausing in your Tadasana, your mountain pose. And then you can release your hands down to your thighs. You can close your eyelids if they're not already. And we're going to do our wave breath today. So before we move into that, maybe just transport yourself to a lovely beach somewhere, maybe a favorite beach that you have. Maybe you can hear all of the sounds of the water, the birds overhead, the wind. Maybe you can smell the salty air, the sunshine. Maybe you can feel the sun on your skin. Maybe even the humidity on your skin. So really just transport yourself to that beautiful beachy spot. And we're going to do our wave breath. And you can think of this sort of as sets of waves coming in to the shore. So we'll start by taking a little mini breath and a full exhale. And then the next breath will be a little deeper. We'll exhale through our nose. The next breath comes in a little bigger still. We exhale. Inhale again. Exhale the breath. And then your fullest, deepest breath. This is the biggest wave coming in. You exhale the breath out, and then we just take a couple rounds of normal breathing. And so let's inhale through the nose together. And exhale. And empty out. Tiny little waves coming in. Exhale. Next wave's coming in a little bigger. And let it go. Third wave's coming in. Exhale it through your nose, let it go. Bigger wave still. You're almost full, but not quite there. Exhale the breath out through your nose. Biggest wave, full, complete breath, fill up. Feel that lift, that expansion, and then exhale through your nose, let it go. And just a couple rounds of normal, easy breathing here. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose. Little pause at the bottom. Next set's coming in. So tiny little wave. Let it go. Inhale, a little bit bigger. Exhale. Let it go. Inhale, we're like at about halfway. Exhale. Inhale, biggest wave yet. Exhale. And this is the culmination here. Nice, smooth, deep inhale. Feel that expansion, feel that lift. Let the breath go. And then just take a couple rounds of normal breathing. Then you've got one more round of that wave breath on your own. And stick with that 5 count. Maybe you want to shift to 4 or 6. What do you need? Listen to it. Maybe you need to be done. As you finish up with that cycle of wave breath, you start to move towards some form of shavasana. So you're probably staying exactly where you are. Maybe you're still staying in on that beautiful beach somewhere in your mind's eye. But we're shifting into this place of deep relaxation, of surrender. We're letting go of this idea that we need to control the breath any longer. Instead, we're letting it kind of do its own easy, natural thing. And you're inviting your body and brain to start to assimilate the work that we've done together this past hour. And giving yourself this transition into the rest of the day. So we're leaving this space of our yoga practice. Returning to the world writ large. Asato ma satgamaya. Tamaso ma joy tirgamaya. Mrityo ma mritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Let your next inhale be deeper. You can open your mouth, sigh the breath out, let it go, ha. And then start to bring some gentle movement back to your body. Wiggle, stretch, whatever feels good here. You'll eventually land with your hands in a pile on top of your heart. Send yourself love and gratitude. We send each other love and gratitude. And just promise yourself you're going to carry this good feeling with you into the rest of the day, the week, the weekend ahead. And finally, just bow your head with a smile. Terrific work today. Thank you, everybody. Good to see you.